guys? Joe from the AZ Westside Wheelers here. Today we are going to do something different with a different kind of vehicle. We're not working on a JK. We are actually picking up some twins. 1993 and a 1996 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Both of them 5.2 liters. This one right here, this is a parts Jeep. We're not exactly sure what's wrong with it, but for now we're just calling it the parts Jeep. This one right here, this is the good one. This one right here, we are going to take you through something a little different. We are going to do a complete tune-up on the 5.2 liter, and we're probably going to freshen up the transmission a little, maybe some fluid, filter. I'm not exactly sure on that yet, but we're keeping that part of it. It has the 249 transfer case, so that thing's gone. We're going to get rid of that. Dana 30 in the front, Dana 44 aluminum in the rear. Those are probably going to end up gone also. We're not sure what we're going to do, but this is probably going to be more of a rock crawler. We're not sure how big and bad we're going to take it yet, but follow along on this tune-up series and get along into that next series when that comes along. So stick around. We are going to fire this thing up. Right now we have a little bit of a rough idle issue. I'm not sure what it is. We're going to start doing parts cheap. I mean, we're going to start with a $2 PCV valve and move on up to the more expensive stuff, you know, distributor cap, rotor, plugs, wires, all that good stuff in a tune-up. We're not sure how old the gas is, maybe a couple years, so we'll probably throw a fuel filter and stuff like that. Basically, all I've done right now is put about 10 or 15 gallons of gas in it to thin out what was in there, because there wasn't a lot in there to begin with. And we're going to start from there. So let's do a cold start. This thing hasn't been started in over a week. So let's just see how it does. It's going to fire rough. All right, before we fire this thing up, I'm going to give you a little bit of the inside tour. Basically, it's all leather, all power. Everything still seems to work. Couple hiccups here or there we'll have to fix along the way. But for the most part, the air conditioner blows cold, the heater blows hot. All the power windows go up and down. The power seats still even work. I didn't test the cruise control, but I drove it about 60 miles an hour home, so it still moves pretty good. It's got about 153,000 miles. So with 153,000 miles, it's probably about ready for a tune-up, which is why when I fire it up, it doesn't want to stay running when I first hit the key. I'll probably end up having to give it some gas to keep it running. Once it warms up a little bit though, it will stay running on its own. And when it runs on its own, you can kind of see it's got a bit of a rough idle. That's what we're going to try and fix on the channel for you guys. So let's see how it fires up. Remember, this thing hasn't been fired in over a week. Okay, complete shocker, because like this thing hasn't fired that good. So I'm kind of feeling hopeful. I took a peek underneath on the back. What used to be the fuel filter looks like this giant rust clod. So we're probably gonna have to take care of that. I think fuel might be our issue. But it's old. You know what? It's got who knows how many miles on all these tune-up parts. We're just going to go through and do a tune-up. I think I priced everything out less than 200 bucks. We can tune this thing up. So, not too bad for a 1996. I mean, it still sounds good. Like I say, it's got 152,000 miles on it. So, stick around. We're going to do an awesome video series on a tune-up for this thing, and then we would like some of your input. Any ZJ guys out there, let me know some things you've done to this. We're thinking frame stiffeners for sure, but I don't know, maybe some iron rock off-road lift. I don't know. You guys tell me. What do you guys... We're going to build a rock crawler out of it, but what kind of parts and what should we do to this thing to make it good? We want it dependable, but we don't want to spend a fortune. We love rock crawling the JK, but it's expensive and we don't necessarily want to beat it up so bad. This thing we're not in very deep on, so as long as we keep it relatively inexpensive but built well and dependable, I think we can have a lot of fun with this V8. Stick around, enjoy the show.
You can stand up on your legs?
Yeah, it's me. You gotta be quiet, okay? Uncle Joe's gonna film.